Rugby League Fights Facebook page has asked me to put a top 5 together. Top 5 I've played against. Always hard, always difficult, because I played in an era with some really tough men. So in no particular order, I'll start with the first one, Terry Newton. Terry Newton I played with and against. Played with him more than against him. But Tez was a really dynamic number 9, really skillful. But it was his hard-nosed, tough-edged, ruthless nature that meant that he didn't care who they were. He would elbow them, he would punch them, he would hit them under the ribs, could do it the right way and very often could do it the wrong way as well, and do it with a smile on his face and enjoy every part of it. So Tez Newton first one. Second one, bit of a surprise, and I think there's different ways to judge toughness, but the second one I'm going to put on this list is Rob Burrow. Whenever Rob Burrow played, 5'5", 5'4", he always give away, I don't know, maybe a foot in height, sometimes, and definitely at least a couple of stone, sometimes 4, 5, 6 stone. And Rob would always knock the knees together. He'd never run away, he'd never shirk that toughness, and I think his toughness, his bravery, his courage, whenever I were putting a list together, I put Rob on it. Third on it is the hitman, Adrian Morley. Played with Moz early on in his Leeds career. Many times for club and country I played with Moz and against him twice. But Moz's nature was always very competitive. He had a good deal of aggression, but always stayed level. Never lost his composure, never lost his cool. He often went a little bit higher than what he should have done, but Moz's toughness was his ability to keep going, keep carting the ball forward. And when you played against Moz, you knew about it. He had a good shot on him as well. Couldn't fight his way out of a brown paper bag, but a good shot on him. Number 4. He's a Kiwi. I could have gone for many Kiwis. Ruben Wiki being, maybe just unlucky enough to miss out. But a guy that played here, I'm at DW. Guy that played here, Quentin Pongia. Started at Cambria, played a little bit at Sydney, did a bit for Widnes, a bit in France, and then played here right at the back end of his career. Q was unhinged, I would say. He had that really funny look in his eyes that he was a bit vacant. Played against him, and I always thought he did to me what I tried to do against others. Maybe just at the back of my mind, I'd be thinking, where is he? And occasionally, when we played against each other, the ball would pass past our gaze of one another. But most of the time, we were just looking at each other, thinking, as soon as he gets the ball, I'm going to get up and try and dominate him, and vice versa. So Q was a player who intimidated. He was tough. He would talk to himself in the game. He'd be one of them that'd be having conversations with himself. So yeah, Q, slightly unhinged, very competitive, very fit, very tough, and I'd put him on the list. And the last one, number 5, was a bloke who I only played against a couple of times, but Gordon Tallis was, in his generation, was probably the height and top of aggression, of intimidation, of competitive spirit. He ran with ferocity, and then when he hit, he gave everything he had in every contact area, in every challenge, in every tackle. So just to go through that list again: Terry Newton, Rob Burrow, Adrian Morley, Quentin Pongia, I wanted to say Ruben Wiki, Quentin Pongia, and of course Gordon Tallis. They are my 5 toughest players that I've played against. Ask me tomorrow and it might be a different list, but that's my list for today.